Alright, we wanted to demonstrate how to use the Baxter Pump, which is used at Wayne Hospital. It has a different tubing which is primed just like any gravity tubing. So I've already primed the tubing, and we're going to hook up a primary rate at 125 milliliters an hour. So we're going to open up the pump here. It has a blue slide clip, and one of the protective features of this pump is when you pull out the tubing, it automatically reclips and clamps your pump tubing. So we're going to add our tubing into there. So right here, this little slot is where your tubing goes in. Go ahead and click that into there. And then this safety clip, you're going to clip the tubing behind there. And then you're going to run your finger up, feeding the tubing into the track. Running your finger up the tubing into the track. It's clear, so it's hard to see. And then you can go ahead and shut the door. The pump will not run unless you have the tubing in the right spot. Then we're going to hit the on button. I'm going to unroll the clamp on the tubing and attach it to the patient. And then we're going to hit primary rate, and then we're going to type in the rate we want the primary to run at, 125. Primary, PRI, volume to be infused. We'll hit that button. And then we'll type in, there's a 1000 cc bag, or we're going to put 950 so it doesn't run dry for the next nurse. And then just hit primary start. That's infusing. Now we're going to hang a secondary bag for an IV piggyback. You're going to want to clean your port here with the alcohol swab, because we'll access that port. And you're going to access a port that's above the pump. And I've already have the piggyback tubing primed. This is just like a regular small gravity tubing. Hang your piggyback up. The other thing we need to do is hang the primary lower, and in your piggyback bag it will come with a hook to do that. And I'm going to re-clean that since it fell when I moved that. Then we're going to lure lock the tubing on to the top connection port just by screwing that lure lock onto there. And at this time we have to program the pump to run the primary. So we're going to hit, move this tubing, secondary rate. And on the MAR we noted, and on the bag from pharmacy, that this is a 50 milliliter bag. And we're going to run that at 150 milliliters an hour. So we're going to put in our, we hit secondary rate, we'll put in the rate, 150. Put in secondary volume to be infused, 50. And hit secondary start. Then at that time you'll have to unroll your roller clamp. And then you want to pay attention here. Is your primary not pumping? And your secondary is pumping? If so, you have it set up right. Now when your secondary is done, it's going to automatically start pumping the primary. Nothing's going to beep. It'll all switch over. At Wayne Hospital, they do have a little different feature on their tubing, and it doesn't have a lure lock connection. So what you connect to the tubing is what's called an alligator clip. Looks like this. This is just screwed right onto the tubing, and then you're going to take off the cap and then clean off your injection port, and then this is going to lure lock right on, or you're going to push that right into there, and these little arms are going to connect around the tubing.